Right.
We're here, man.
Hey,
Bedroom blueprint on location.
on
If y'all
location.
know where we at, y'all know where we at. If you want me to say where we at, I'll say where we
I
at.
mean,
But
shoot, it's on
it,
the background
it's on
from
the
what
background. Y'all be,
Oasis Hookah Lounge,
hey,
man.
y'all know where we at, man. We film everywhere. We do this thing. So Speed, man, we tried. I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. We tried this, and I was a novice. I did some things that kind of got messed up in our sound. It looked good. We were talking good. You can see that we was talking good, but you can't hear shit.
Can't hear a damn thing, man. I done drove all the way to Timbuktu. I done got my sandwiches, my cooler, my drinks, and I was on the road.
He was eating tuna, y'all.
Man, and dang, that was like. But I mean, hey,
I'm mobile, dog. I told you, hey, I'm one of them people like I stand on my word. Like, hey, I messed it up. I'm gonna come to you wherever you at. Right. So,
but we had a very good conversation, even without the recording and everything, and people can't probably hear it. But I think we had a really good conversation just in between us,
So, I think it put some chemistry there too. So we understand exactly where people are coming from, because I think, and that's gonna kind of lead into what we're gonna start talking about today. When we're talking about, we were talking about. And I made this post, and if y'all go back, y'all follow me and all that good stuff, and Semaj on Facebook, all that good stuff, Bedroom Blueprint on Instagram. I was talking about positive masculinity, and we're gonna start there. And for you, bro, because I know you kind of pondered on it, man. So to you, what does that mean to you, especially in this space?
Right. To be honest with you, hell, with any space that you can be in. I feel that we as men, we are built to be a certain way. We're built to be, we say the protectors, the providers of our people, just not just your spouse, but your family, your kids, your friends, and But what I feel like positive masculinity is knowing who you are as a man and not letting anybody tell you any different. And that's not just with people, that's just with the world, with social media, with things with things around. I mean, you hear so many things, so many people saying like, oh, well, you're an alpha male, you're a beta male, and they categorize us as this person or these people. And really, why can't I just be a man? Why can't I be a man that allows myself to feel, to do, to want to feel these things?
I feel like we always got to measure our dicks against each other,
man. And I'm telling you,
it is what it is.
Like honestly, like a one up on somebody. Like, oh well, I got this one up on you, so I'm a better man than you are. But really, it don't really matter, because hell, you can't in this community, you can't be measuring dicks because you still don't fuck.
Exactly. And the crazy thing about that, though, if you think about just what you see with people, for example, like people who will try to try to look down on another person, calling them a beta male or I'm an alpha, I only do these things and stuff like that. But then you sit here and you act like you say, oh, but I want a strong woman. How do you plan on having both? How do you play? And I want to say it in a way where I feel like I got to downplay my masculinity to have a strong woman. A lot of those strong women will, I won't say take a back seat to you, but she will make sure that you're leading her properly. And a lot of dudes can't sit here and listen to a woman who's telling you, hey, this is what I want and what I require. I need this. And then you make those changes. Right. That to me makes you more of a beta male than an alpha male, or makes you, because you're not listening to what the growth that she wants for your relationship, and y'all not meeting in the middle.
Right. And and to be honest with you, I feel like with alpha males and beta males, I feel like you can be both. Because you have to be a chameleon when you dealing with your partner. Because you don't want to always rule with an iron fist. You don't always want to say, this is what I want, this is what I'm demanding, and there's nothing that you can do or say about it, because this is what I want. This is how I rule. This is how I run my relationships. Yeah. But when you are dealing with your spouse, there's going to be things or obstacles that y'all are going to have to go through together in order for this relationship to work. And so that beta characteristic has to be in there somewhere in order for you to actually, like I said, make it work. That's just like how you can get a better response out of a very communicative boss than somebody who who is hard all the time and follows the rules and this is the way I want it and this is by the book and this is everything. You can't always do something by the book when the world changes every single day. And that's the same thing with relationships and marriages. Yeah. Everything changes every single day, especially in this circle that we live in right now, this community that we're in. There are so many things that are interchangeable that we have to see and feel. We have to talk about.
Yeah. That's it.
We got to communicate about. So yeah. I mean,
well, people don't understand that the rules change every day. Like it could be you and your partner, no matter who y'all are, y'all can set y'all rules, set y'all boundaries, and one instance can happen, and it's like we got to reset because feelings get involved. Because we ain't gonna act like y'all. Listen, motherfuckers, stop falling in love in the lifestyle when that person don't love you back. Number 2. All right, so we just I'm gonna keep hitting points through this.
Man, I'm telling you, that falling in love shit is it's crazy, and it's not even. I did. It's not even. I took you out. I wooed you. I just gave.
I just dicked you down.
I just dicked you down.
And now we can continue to experience that. We can continue to do those things, but don't make it weird.
Don't make it weird.
And a lot of times they say here, and they always talk about the guys with that. And obviously, again, we're not. This is not going to be. Y'all know y'all seen my show. We don't bash. We ain't bashing nobody on opposite sex, but we do hear a lot how you talk about, the guys either don't know how to approach you in person, or they flock to your inbox with different things and stuff like that. Instead of when they see you, they looking like, just kind of staring at you. But are you approachable? Do you know how to properly respond to someone who's coming to you? And if you're not interested, can you politely say no? Because a lot of people, they come into these spaces and like, come on now. Like, if you're not interested, just tell this man as a woman, tell him that, hey, I'm not interested. And we don't, and I think we don't, and I'm getting to the point that I'm getting to because I know I'm jumping around, is that when it comes to positive masculinity, the first thing that comes with it is respect.
Right.
We have to respect each other, especially, me being a married man. I'll peel back to something. Me and this man has had a talk before about, I'm going to talk to you before I go talk to your wife. Like, I get it. But I let him know that we don't require that.
We don't require, right.
But he was able to, he started off because he believed that in the respect aspect of that. So
let me ask you this. Do you feel like even though that's not y'all's requirement or dynamic, do you respect that man more because he came to you first, or does it get annoying sometimes when they keep asking you, or if different people asking you, like, hey, can I approach your wife, or hey, can I do whatever?
That part doesn't matter to me. Okay. The part that matters to me is this: when you see me, and my wife will say the same thing, that you aren't afraid to speak to me alone, or you don't make for me to walk away before you talk to my spouse. Right. Because that's the part there that bothers me the most. That we can me and her can be sitting, we can be here, and we having a drink, and I'm gonna go to the bar. Hey, you want something? Go pick it up, and then I see niggas swoop in. Like, that part is the annoying part. And I know it probably annoys you too, where it's like, yeah. But now that's that like. I have certain women, certain married women. I ain't gonna say no name, but hey, boo, that I talk to and I deal with. That I made sure not only did I go to her, but I went to her husband separately, not while they weren't together. Not, hey, I want to talk to your wife. Like, we just had a conversation. Like, hey, one day, me and her talked about this. I want to make sure you good with it. I know that she's talked to you about it. She told me she's talked to you about it. I'm making sure that you're good with it from my end too, just in case there's something about me that you aren't feeling.
Right.
And I want to make sure that I get all of it out of the way. Me and her are good. Me and him are good. Him and my wife are good. They're not on that level, but they're good. But what I'm getting to is that you have to build your own relationships with different people. And even the men in this lifestyle have to build relationships with each other. Not the type that, everybody always think, but you can't be afraid to talk to other men.
Yeah. I mean, and you at the end of the day, like, I believe we said this last week.
Well, they don't know it.
Well, they don't know, but I know we know. But going to that point, sometimes for me, like, most of the time, I don't like to approach new people. Like not as far unless it's an instant connection. Like
Yeah.
you have to necessarily not wow me, I guess you could say, but there has to be something there for me to tell you that I want to do this tonight, and I just met you tonight, you know. But most of the time, I'll ask, or I've already talked to people that I know,
Yeah.
people that I've met, and now it's a little easier for me because I'm this person and this event person in the LS in the community, and so I meet tons of people.
Because I'm definitely about to. We about to
Yeah,
dive. Yeah, I'm telling you, I'm turning now because we about to talk about that.
You know, so now it's like, oh, I've seen you. I know who you are. You know, you've caught my vibe. You know, I haven't necessarily caught yours, but you know, your husband's met me. I've met your spouse. All these things, and now it's like, okay, the attraction's there, the vibe's there. So now, the next step or the next level is, okay, well, can we do this? Because this is an intimate setting that we're in to where we can do this thing.
Yeah. Here's my question.
Okay.
Because new people, and you brought that up. And to me, new people, there should be one of two ways that new people should be met. Should be intimate gatherings. I don't feel like big parties are the best place for new people because I feel like they're looking around. They don't know how to interact. They don't have someone. I feel like, you know, when in a setting like an intimate, here's a house party where it's 20 people. Let me introduce you to people. Let you see what you actually like. You're here for a reason because everyone kind of vetted you to be here. And then there's the spaces like this where I'm going to call you a bridge to that.
Okay.
And I know you probably don't want to hear it, but you think about the amount of new LS people that you meet in this space that open up to you probably about different things. How important do you feel those people, not the people who host the parties, but here's the DJs who setting the vibe. Here are the bartenders who are setting the vibe. Here are the people at the security that are helping with the vibe. Those are the people that we don't think about when it comes to the vibe being created for our spaces.
Right.
So your role, how important do you feel like your positive masculinity helps with that role for those new people in these spaces?
Okay. So
I know it's a lot, but I know you probably would expect it, but
yeah, and that's man. And you know, to be honest with you, I'm not gonna say that I don't think of myself as that, because sometimes I'm just trying to be as open as possible when it comes to meeting new people.
Yeah.
But as far as being a bridge, you know, I feel like I know a good amount of good people in the community, to where, you know, I could say, somebody can see me talking to this person and they'd be like, oh, who was that? Oh, you haven't met this person here. Let's meet each other, you know, and let's, you know, build that bridge, and now you can meet this person or these people so that you'll be able to go into these spaces. I haven't had a lot of people ask me to join the community, but I've had people come to me and say, oh, what is this? And then they'll ask me, well, how can I get into this? What do I need to do? And honestly, I don't feel comfortable adding people into our circles, only because I feel like I'm still learning.
Yeah.
So I send them to people that I feel will vet you the right way, so that you can be taught what needs to be, you know, taught.
But, and here's the but when it comes to that, because you got spaces like tonight, or like your Tuesday nights that you have,
right,
where people, and I know it's for all crowds, but we can't call a spade,
right? Yeah,
where people are going to ask a question, because most people who don't know, who are vanilla or anything like that, they're curious. They want to know, and that to me is what I think where I come with the bridge part is more so than on a Friday night or a Saturday night, where it's more so like you're still curating a vibe for people, a vibe of openness, and still you're still being what your job requires without actually serving. You're serving something different to people.
Yeah, because to be honest with you, when I do have these nights like this, you know, you have these, like you said, you have these people that are curious and they're looking, they're listening, they're you know, I've had people that I've met in the last month and they're like, oh, y'all some freaky people. I'm like, nah.
We're doing the stuff that y'all want to do.
Right. We are doing the stuff that y'all want to do. But, you know, in spaces like this, you want people to hear that we just not out here just sucking and fucking.
Everybody.
Everybody. Everybody. Yeah. I mean, we're doing it, but they think we're doing everybody. Right. You know? They think we just having all full on P. Diddy parties.
Yeah.
Baby
hate them
and
all.
everything. But no, they, you know, and so I think more people in this space, as far as like Tuesday nights, so we have our conversation and our cocktails and conversations. Y'all need to come out. It allows people to hear the other side outside of the parties, outside of the freakiness, or outside of whatever the case may be, and you hear the softer side of the LS. You know, people, we do have problems, we do have things that we go through, we do have jealousy in these spaces when it comes to your partners or whatever. So I do like the fact that you called it a bridge, because I want people, without trying, honestly, without trying, I want people to understand that we are human, we are people. We're just not these other type of people that you just feel like, oh, well, y'all don't need to, you know, go through all these channels, this and this and that. No, there's a lot of boundaries and rules when it comes to the stuff that we do. So respect it. Yep. There's a respect thing when it comes to our community, and a lot of people don't understand that.
I feel, and I agree with you, is that, especially, like I said, what I love to hear is that the people who are selfish, I love those people. I'm selfish with my partner, I'm selfish with my girl, I'm selfish with my man, but you're still doing shit behind their back. Like y'all give a lot of the, I'm talking to monogamous people right now, y'all give monogamy a bad name at times, because the thing that you guys have to realize, because here's the judgment, this is what I'm kind of getting to, because we're talking about the judgment that we receive as being ethically non-monogamous with our partners and things like that, is that we are open with our partners with what we're doing,
right? And
they know. The thing that the misconception that y'all getting is that we're just doing whatever the fuck we want to do. Right. And that's not close. That ain't close. That's not what we're talking about, especially as men who kind of think like, oh, well, I'm just about to be out here just fucking these hoes. Like, that's my guys.
But what's so crazy is that I've ran into a lot of single dudes that think that way. But whose fault is that? Is that man's fault, or not even? I'm not going to single out the men, but as far as people in general, whether you're a couple, a single woman, a single man, they feel that when they first get into this, sometimes if they're not vetted right, that's what we do.
That's the problem.
And that's how we get certain people in here that are not a part of the vibe that we want.
So how do we, I guess that's the question too, is like, how do we properly vet people? And because again, the one thing I don't want to do is feel like there are people who are at the door, I'm letting you in, I ain't letting you in, or you ain't sexy enough to get in here, because I mean, there are different crowd for different people. I've been to parties where you can tell who they were letting in and why they were letting them in. I've been to other parties where it's just like, bullet wounds, we take you.
I done been to
a couple of those. Yeah. And you know what? And I have fun at all of them.
Hey,
have fun at all of them. But it's just like, how do we with new people? Because that's my main thing right now, especially because think about the space that you're in right now with the amount of people that are probably. And I'm going to keep calling it a bridge, because that's exactly what it is. But like, at times I feel like the people that we think that we should be introducing them to, And we don't realize that there's some toxic motherfuckers too.
Yeah.
And I'm learning that a lot of people that we are trusting with our I'm not gonna call it livelihood, but we're trusted in this space are toxic as fuck.
Yeah,
yeah, I'm calling it out tonight, dog.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna act like we gonna call it all the way out, man.
And you know, I'm gonna tell you. Okay, so yeah, if we're gonna get into it,
we already here, dog.
So like even in the beginning when I first got into this, I had a person that kind of taught me the game.
Yeah,
you know, and now they taught me very well, but I feel that I had a certain foundation as a vanilla person coming into this as well, that it just kind of converted over into this community.
Yeah.
But I have seen and met people that are admins, that are party promoters, that are event planners in this community that I feel like don't vet right or correctly, you know. And now I don't really go to those spaces anymore, but it's just like you call yourself, you know, a vet in this community, and you like, oh well, I'm a vet and I can vet this person, yeah, but I don't be like, hey, you know, I want to invite this person to a party. Oh yeah, bring her.
Because they see how fine the motherfucker is.
They don't care.
And that's my problem with those people, that I feel like they're looking at the attractiveness of people. They're looking at, or I don't feel like they respect what I'm trying to get from them, because the proper way to vet to me is actually asking me, hey, what's your expectations of this? Like not looking like, damn, she got a fat ass, she'll fit right on in, or the women, these are the ones I hate, the women who bring the nigga that they just fucking into the party and all that good stuff, and not doing the research to realize like, oh shit, this nigga really liked me.
Yeah.
And now I didn't open up another avenue that I really didn't want to open up with. Yeah. Now I want a relationship with it, but you open up some shit now.
And see, and the crazy thing is also, and this is gonna rustle some feathers, but it's also veteran people that get into a vanilla relationship and try to bring them to a party.
Nigga, why?
Without them being vetted properly.
Nigga, I'm the type of nigga gonna try to holler at your girl, dog.
Right. And not only that, I done played with this person before. So so now, I mean, I don't do the respect thing, but are you willing to see her get put through a mattress?
No, they're not. They're not willing. That's why I love the spaces that I love. I won't lie. I am all for DTF parties, all for them. Because at least I know what the people that are there, they know what they're there for.
Right.
We're gonna fuck, we're gonna chill, we're gonna drink, we're gonna go the fuck home.
Right.
Like a lot of these people sit here, they you know, they catching the vibe. And let me not talk bad about the catch a vibe generation. I understand it. I'm an old nigga, I guess, when it comes to this. And a lot of people are like, yeah, I gotta catch a vibe. I guess you gotta have some type of chemistry with the people. I guess that's what they're equating catch a vibe to. I just don't feel like I gotta have this whole ass we go together but we don't ass thing on Mondays and shit, and on Wednesdays, and I ain't heard from you all week. Bitch, I'm just fucking you.
Right. And honestly, not, I mean, with that as well, but you know, when you go to these parties and you meet these people, or you've met these people, but you're talking to them in an intimate space, and now it's like, oh well, I don't really know you just yet, but I done met you 2 or 3 times. You know, we done had light conversations, and then you spend majority of your night trying to catch this vibe, and still maybe even get turned down. You know, but now I understand that there are a lot of people that want to make sure that the compatibility of what you're doing is going to be good. But you could have a great conversation with somebody and be terrible in bed. You know, like you can be terrible. You can be
y'all are great friends.
Y'all are great friends. y'all are best friends.
Besties, nigga.
But you know, it's like you, as women say, they waste that one good fuck. You know, like what if this person was, you know, how many times have you heard women be like, oh, he fine, girl, and he's 6 whatever, and he look good, he smell good, then all of a sudden you get him in the bed and then it just all falls apart. You know, I think the expectations when it comes to catching the vibe sometimes messes up a lot of things.
Hey, women, let me tell y'all something. Sometimes that bad fuck is because of you.
Ooh, what they say?
Sometimes that bad fuck is because maybe you ain't fucking that man right. Maybe he expecting you when you bent over to be throwing it back instead of just sitting there. And he got to push you down a little bit to arch your back, or he got to grab you by the hips and pull you close into him. Maybe you made sure that maybe you wasn't really that into it. Maybe the vibe wasn't right to you, but you thought he's attractive. I'm going to go ahead and do this anyway. His dick's big, so I'm going to go ahead and fuck him anyway. Sometimes you're the problem why the sex is not that good.
Sometimes. We're not going to say all the time. But
sometimes. And I didn't say all. That's why I said so. And we got to, and it's a lot of personal responsibility that a lot of, and I think that every situation that I've gone into, and I listen, because obviously I do this, so I hear people all the time. Well, he didn't do this or he didn't do that, you know. Just because your pussy wet, I mean your pussy good.
I wish I had a drink right here. I wish I had a drink.
And that's the thing that we like. And yes, you might get wet for a nigga, but that don't mean that you doing all the things that I want you to do. Because guess what? I done faked a nut before. I've have. And yes, I'm a fat nigga. I'm black. Yes, I've faked it because this is not going how I thought it was going to go. You aren't the vibe in my head that I thought I was going to get. So
because I'm sorry,
you good? Go ahead.
Because people have to get out of their minds that men just want to fuck anything. We got
standards.
So we got standards.
We got standards, nigga.
Too. You know, we got stuff that we want to see. We want to do. And if, you know, your physical might be great, but at the end of the day, if the interaction is not what I want, then yeah, I'm either gonna get up. This gonna be a short session,
short ass
you know,
session.
like come on now, because you can't just say that I'm not doing this. What are you doing that makes this interaction not good?
Yeah,
you know, like
this is an exchange of energy.
This is a transaction.
This is a transaction. So if I'm giving you 99 and you only giving me 1, what ain't no equal exchange in this thing that we got going on right now.
No, it's not. And you know, I mean now, I'm not gonna say that. No,
say that shit.
No, I have had some bad experiences because it was like I know this person, I fuck with this person, like they cool, whatever, and then we interact, we get to interaction, and then it's like, I don't know if I like this.
It wasn't as good as I thought it was.
It just wasn't as good, and it's not. It's everything. It's everything about the interaction, the energy, the whatever. But it's just like, I don't think this is what I want at this time. You know, even though we are in this setting right now, I don't don't counsel me for saying this. I don't feel very sexy.
Exactly. It ain't going how I thought it was going to go.
It's not going how. Yeah. So yeah. I mean, just like with women, men have that standard too. They want to feel a certain type of way when you are interacting with this person, whoever it is.
And it's not that a man needs you to tell him, hey, you looking good today. I'm not talking about that, but it's the way that you're physically making me feel.
Right.
How are you rubbing my head or rubbing my beard or talking to me or if I'm looking at making eye contact with you, that you are making eye contact with me. You know, I those are the vibes that I need. Those are the connections that I need.
Flirtatious vibe is a motherfucker, man.
I need to make sure. I need to feel that fucking energy. I need tension between us that every time I fucking see you, that I want you. but not in the sense that I want you for other reasons, but that it builds up so much that we can't help but explode when we're together.
Right.
Now,
Literally.
not exactly, but not that whole thing where people just feel like, oh, well, I'm going to catch a little vibe. We got a little bit of like, what are you really searching for in these 15 minutes of conversation?
Right. Nigga, what are you looking for? What are you looking like? I feel that. I feel that because it's like we can it's 20 people here. It's 20 people here. We understand why we're here, what we're doing. And you want me to spend 15 to 30 minutes talking to you?
You want me to holler at you? That's what you want me to do.
You want me to date you without dating you.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what you want me to do. And sometimes some people aren't willing to do that. Some people see this as a transaction because I want to get to know you on a time where we're not doing this.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But we know why we're here. We should be doing this right now, but I'm sitting here coddling you and comforting you, and I'm rubbing your shoulders. I'm speaking into your ear.
I'm turning the shit all the way up.
All the way up. So
and that's why when I go back to you being a bridge, while the thing that you're doing here is important for new people and for veteran people. Because and those are the people that the one thing that I think veterans feel that they feel like they know everything. I can keep being the same way. Guess what? Lifestyle growth is a real thing, just like regular growth in your relationship. You can't keep doing the same thing in the lifestyle that you've been doing for 10 years. That shit don't work all the time. Right. It's not continuous. It is very how do I put it? Give me a word that I'm trying to look for. You are not the same person.
You can't be stagnant. You can't be stagnant. You have to evolve. You have to be a chameleon because I think that I've talked to a lot of veterans, and me being sort of, I'm not gonna say new, but sort of new, but I've been in this 5 years, so I feel like even when I came into this, I feel like the community is commercialized already. It's been commercialized. I saw a documentary on this like in 2015, 2016. Saw a documentary on how poly works. It was already commercialized. You got TikTok, you got social media, you got Instagram, you got Facebook. Regardless if it's not commercialized in your arena, it's everywhere. If it's not going to happen, if you're not going to do it, somebody else is going to do it. You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it is what it is. We have to evolve as a people and make it better for everybody.
The beautiful thing about it is like you can equate it to going to McDonald's and getting a cheeseburger where you may want lettuce and pickle and tomato and no mustard, add mayo, and I just want mustard ketchup. It's whatever, all these things are however you want it to be. And the thing about it is that we let so many people dictate how we are going to move.
Yeah.
And
because we want to be involved.
No, we want to be accepted.
Accepted, yeah. That's even better.
Because we and I don't ever want to be in this place where I feel like I got to be accepted by another motherfucker.
Yeah. And I'm learning that. I'm learning that.
We talk about it, shit.
Yeah.
It's here, man.
Because what, like, I'm gonna always be like I'm gonna always be me. No matter what, I'm gonna always be me. And if you don't like me, you just don't like me. I ain't done. I try to be as great as I can possible. I can possible. But if you don't like me, there is something wrong with your spirit when it comes to that. But I feel like, you should move this. You should move this way because if you move this way, you can be invited to my parties. Or if you do this, then that means that if you do this, you can't put this out there in the air because people don't like that. You can't say certain stuff about whatever's what. Why not? Hell, Why not? Why not? Because we want to feel accepted into these private arenas, the bigger parties, the A-list parties. Because we're not gonna act like it's not a lower level,
we know what it is.
High class
Yeah.
community. You know, once you're accepted,
we've been the air mattress parties.
Yeah,
they exist.
Yeah. we done been to the trap houses.
Yes,
you know? But I honestly, I honestly feel like people should go through that first to see where you are. If you get to go to a certain party and it's great looking people there, but you've never been to a party where it's
find out where you fit, niggas.
Yeah, like you can't, like, come on now.
You might be a bullet wound motherfucker. You don't even know it.
You might be a bullet wound person. Because hey, now just like you said, it's fun. It's fun.
I've had a million times.
You can meet some great people that you don't have to have sex with. But just because we vibe don't mean I'm doing you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not just gonna be like, oh yeah, we vibe and I'm about to I'm gonna smash you tonight. No,
right.
I'm cool. Like, I'm cool just talking to you, having a couple of drinks, and whatever's whatever.
Do you feel like a lot of times, especially in this lifestyle, that there's a fine line between someone accepting you and someone tolerating you? Because the one thing that kind of goes on that I see is that there's a lot of people who are accepting, and they give these people who they feel are attractive or popular more chances to fuck up than the people who are doing other things. And as soon as they make one mistake,
you're gone.
You're gone,
man. Okay, so yes, hell yes. I definitely feel like if you are a person that has what they call it pretty privilege, when you have that, and that's just not women, that's men. Because when you have that aura about you, that when it comes to certain bulls, when it comes to certain unicorns, and they're like, oh well, we can't X this person out because they come in and they wreck shop, or we're
gonna go ahead and have this conversation with them and make sure they good
sure they
now.
Don't do it again.
Like, that's that motherfucker's character.
Man, exactly. I've known people who have messed up royally, and what I mean by royally, I'm just saying, like, they either they raw dogging at parties, they not asking for permission, they doing the fucking most, and I seen them at a party the next week. And it's like, and you look at them and you were like, wasn't you just?
Yeah.
But, it's not, it's nobody's fault but the people that allow the admins and party promoters that allow that. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I mean, you could do that if that's what you want to do. But that's how certain people lose their authenticity when it comes to these parties.
Yeah.
I talked to a young lady not too long ago, and they were saying that, they go to certain places because they feel safe. They feel safe. They don't have to worry about somebody not asking for permission, not protecting themselves. And even honestly, with the protection thing, I haven't been to a party in a while that has asked for my results.
And I'll tell you like this, because I'm one of them people who, if I meet someone and I know that I want to do things especially outside of that, I keep everything, and I will just pass it along without someone asking.
Right.
Like, hey, I get a test every 3 months, and I'm how people say that shit, like, oh no, here are the last 3 tests, so you can see not just this last one I've taken, but here are the last 3 that I've taken. And I'm one of the people who believe in, because what I'm not going to do,
you can get rid of some shit.
Yeah, you can get rid of that, but I made sure that I got the other stuff that I take too, just to make sure, because I want to make sure that our time together, it should only be fun, and you shouldn't be worried about shit.
Right, exactly.
Because we ain't gonna act like I'm a grown ass man. I've had condoms break. I've had things can't happen, and let's call a spade a spade. Who putting on fucking rubber to get head? I'm fuck it. I'm gonna say you. None of y'all niggas are.
Oh.
I ain't never seen a nigga like, let me put this condom on so you can suck my dick. I've never seen it. So,
man.
So guess
You a
what?
freaky motherfucker.
Guess what, niggas?
Like that.
Guess what, niggas? You still can get shit from getting head. I know y'all don't know this shit, but
I mean, you can.
Side note, I got a vasectomy, and
I
had a woman ask me. She was like, because I'm talking nasty and shit, like, oh yeah, I'm nut on your face, all this type of shit. Like, but how you gonna do that? And you got a vasectomy. First off, we can't even fuck now because you don't know the difference between semen and sperm.
Wow.
So,
I would have been like, this conversation.
We're done.
Man, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Sexual intellect. How many people don't have sexual intellect?
People don't.
To be honest with you, if we really looked up a lot of things when it comes to sex and diseases and things like that, a lot of people wouldn't have sex at all.
They wouldn't.
There's you can, even before you go into the act, y'all are kissing, swapping spit. How many people you done seen kiss this other person?
Or the funny people are like, oh, I suck this nigga dick, but don't kiss me, nigga. Like, we can't do that.
Oh, that's too intimate.
That's too much. That's where I draw the line.
Like, you draw the line at kissing.
Listen, but you not sucking dick. No, yeah, that's that's
oh wow, that you know what? And I've heard that before, and I was like, okay, yeah. I mean, I don't completely understand it, but
it doesn't make sense. But do your thing.
Hey, you live your life. You do what you do.
You know what? I've honestly, that is a prerequisite for me. I shouldn't say at parties, because I even if I'm your first at a party, nigga, I don't know what your line, you don't know what your lineup is during but if it's someone that I have, play dates and stuff like that, like, I have to have that level of intimacy. And I think that, when we talk about, being the masculinity of it, is that I require intimacy. It's required for me. A lot of people don't require. A lot of people like, hey, I'm just about to just beat the brakes off this pussy, and that just is what it is. So,
do you feel like it's a separation between intimacy and the act that we're doing?
Yes.
You do.
Yes.
So do you feel like certain things are more intimate than others?
With certain people, because I can kiss someone and it not mean that level of intimacy, but it's the intent behind it. Like, I can, the people that are here right now, I go over there and kiss you. Hey, how you doing? And it's not intimate to me. It is a greeting. Where if a certain woman walks in here and I kiss her, it is, I mean, every bit of this spit that's coming from me to you.
Right.
So I think that it's the intent when it comes, and I think that's what happens when it comes to with relationships, is that your partner's usually not upset with you or anything like that because of who it is. They're upset of how with that who.
Yes. And I learned that sometimes we can I'm just gonna say, as people, we can not look at other people's perspective, especially our spouses sometimes. And what we feel in our mind sometimes is okay, it might not be okay in the mind of your spouse.
Yeah.
And sometimes you have to, sometimes you can learn that by situation or revelation. But when you're with your spouse and you're saying and you're living together all day long, every day, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and you go to these parties and you show somebody else a certain level of affection, and you're like, and your partner's a little like, oh well, I didn't really like that. I can say myself, I didn't understand that. I can say that I did not understand it, because it's like, in my head, I feel that this is what I need to do to get what I want. Thank you
for saying that out loud. Because the amount of thing, and again, I've been with this woman almost 20 years, and any issue that we've ever come has been never from a physical aspect with another woman. It has become from, you are overly invested emotionally with this person. And to me, from my perspective, it doesn't always look that way.
Right.
And I'm not saying that, you know, and again, the good thing about it, we're able to talk about it and work through anything. It's not necessarily saying, oh, it's just that I didn't know that you felt this way about this person. And not that I feel a certain type of way. It's just who I am.
Who you are, right.
You know, and then from the other side, when I see another man becoming emotionally invested in her, I get what she's saying. And it takes me having to put the things into perspective on my end. Like, okay, all right, now I understand it. How do I make this switch and things like that?
Right. Yeah. Because you want to have open communication. You want to have understanding when it comes to your partner, your relationship. And sometimes it takes either other people. Sometimes you don't always listen to your. Sometimes you don't always.
No, we don't.
You don't always listen to your partner, but you don't always understand your partner. Sometimes it takes outside sources in order for them to say, you know what, think of it this way, because sometimes it's not always communicated effectively. You know, and you know, it could be angry, it could be mean, it could be too direct, it could be all these things, and you be like, oh man, you know, she tripping, she you know, she bugging. But then you get around your homeboy, you get around your homegirl, you get around another couple that necessarily has gone through these things, and you be like, well, look at it this way, and boom, perspective given, and then you like, you know what, you're right. And I don't necessarily think that that's a bad thing, but
we don't give each other enough time to answer or actually come back to the table when it comes to some other things as well. Because a lot of times when the emotional stuff happens in your relationship, it happens instantly in that moment. That's when you don't give each other a day to, all right, let's cool off and talk about this shit tomorrow. And give yourself time to think and put like, hey, this is where I was wrong here.
Right.
Or, you know, or you figure out, hey, this is where I was right. Or here, this is where you were right. And this is where you were wrong. And I was not saying that shit could, you know, that's just going to make it shit back worse again. But we don't give each other enough time to put those things back into perspective. We expect, because if my woman comes to me and she's been thinking about something all fucking day long, she done went through every fucking scenario. This is how this nigga gonna answer this, and this is how she's gonna do this, and then she expects me to answer that shit in 60 seconds.
Right. And you haven't been able to process.
I haven't processed anything that you're talking about, you know, and yeah. So,
and honestly, I feel like even with relationships, I feel like there should always be a tabling. Table this. Like you said, give her the dates for y'all to cool down, for y'all to process. Okay, this is what we're gonna talk about. You know, this is what we're gonna do, and then at this time we're gonna come back and we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna process it. That way, it's not, because some stuff in that moment is emotional, it's feelings. And sometimes we can get our feelings, we get the best of us, and then we say something that we can either regret, or we can say that we didn't really mean. It just and it just comes out not the way that we wanted it to.
Yep.
Because once you process the stuff and you think about it, you're thinking of those scenarios like, man, I could go in on this person about whatever. But then again, you're like, no, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't go in. Maybe I should go at it like this. I should go at it like that. So that way people can continue being great in their relationship. You know, so
and that puts us back in the full circle perspective that as a man who practices positive masculinity, that you're respecting not just the men around you, but respecting your relationship at all times.
Right, but you also as a man have to be respected as well.
Exactly, and that's the thing. There is that, and how are we earning that respect? And the key word to that is always earning it, because demanding the respect and earning it are two different things. We can demand it all day long, yell it out, scream it to the heavens, but if I haven't put the work in to make sure that that is properly respected. Now, if I put that work in and I'm not getting that back, then that relationship might be lost. Especially if I know that I'm working day and fucking night at this shit, and I'm doing everything that you require, and I'm doing the things that's not making sure that I'm being belittled, and you're still not satisfied, then I'm not the man to satisfy you.
Right. Yeah.
But,
ooh, yeah.
but if
but you're on point. You're on point. But you know, like you said, earning that respect, being able to say that I'm doing this. You shouldn't have to ask your spouse whether male or female. Like you said, I demand respect. You're going to respect me
Yeah.
because I'm doing this. Sometimes you should just do what you feel is right and what you feel that you need to do in your relationship to make it work.
Right.
And once you allow it to make it work, then the respect should come. It should come. I'm not going to say it does come.
It don't always come.
That's a false advertisement. But it should come because what we want as far as men is we just want a little bit, saying that you know what, I know you messed up, but you've been doing this, and I appreciate you doing this. You know, and you don't have to tell me what you're going to do or whatever, but you'll show it in your actions and say, oh, you know what, baby cooked for me tonight, or she dressed up a little bit nicer today. She did this, she did that. You see those things, and you're like, okay, I'm gaining her respect.
Yep.
I'm not getting belittled anymore. I'm not getting the restrictions, the I'm not getting no pussy. Stuff like that. And then you're like, okay, I can keep going.
Yeah.
I can keep
It's worth
going.
fighting for.
It's worth fighting for. You gotta find something that's worth fighting for in your relationship in order for you guys to keep going.
But if you're doing all that shit and she ain't doing shit, fuck you, bitch. So anyway. So we gonna end it at that. We got a little bit more work to do on the outside of this camera, man. So before we do that, what you got going on? I know in the next few weeks, man, it's gonna be busy, man. So I need the flyer to put it on the episode.
Yeah.
So what you got going on?
Yeah, we're gonna definitely so this Friday we've got Oasis Got Talent. It's gonna be we're gonna do karaoke. It's gonna be real dope. Next weekend we're gonna do a toy. We're gonna do a community toy drive.
Give me the dates.
So the 22nd of this week, which is Friday, we're gonna do the Oasis Got Talent. The 29th, which is next Saturday, we're gonna do we're gonna do a toy drive here at Oasis, and then December 6th is a national fucking holiday. That is the day a real nigga was born. But no, I'm having my birthday brunch here at Oasis. And we're gonna have a really good time. So I'm gonna shoot you those flyers. We're gonna get it going, and we're gonna have a good time, man.
All right, man. On that note, we'll see y'all later.
All right, peace.